From the legends to the future legends, and the fitting way to celebrate Sala's 21st anniversary was the return of our premier national rugby tournament for under 15s, the Hollywood Foundation iQhawe Week. After a 2-year COVID-enforced break, the tournament returned to the city of Johannesburg, with the support from the city, the Lions Rugby Union, SA Rugby, the Department of Sport in Gauteng, and the National Department of Sport and Recreation. And joining these valued supporters in 2022, title sponsor of the event, the Hollywood Foundation.
We saw it befitting for us to actually align our Hollywood Foundation through iQhawe Week, which we strongly believe it's for development for the young boys. The boys that are given an opportunity, boys that come from previously disadvantaged areas. So for us, it's all about, again, developing sports from grassroots level. You know, we've seen some very good boys that are coming out of this. You know, they're showcasing their talent. They don't get these opportunities. So for us to come on board, you know, as Hollywood Foundation, to be the title sponsor of this tournament, you know, it actually fulfills us to say we're giving these youngsters that opportunity, that much deserved opportunity.
With their support and backing, the tournament brought together young, talented players from all the rugby unions throughout South Africa to play over 3 days at the Johannesburg Stadium. Day one kicked off with a derby match, Free State facing the Griffins, and it was a closely contested affair with Free State earning the spoils.
How to get to the try line, the build up to getting to the try line there, Grievan, Dempsey, the 8th man, with a good charge there down the line. They tried the chicken wing but it didn't come off, fly off, the man.
That's probably what they're looking to probably be into the high performance under 16 camp, and that's the most important. To come back looking like the team that's willing to...
Free State's neighbours, Griquas, proved to be too strong for the KZN lads.
Firing start and for everybody.
Boland put their hand up against the Blue Bulls as they ran the Bulls off their feet with slick handling and running lines to finish with a convincing 35-0 win, and a warning to all the other teams that they were there to play.
Great stuff. This is our first try here, which was done by Adam.
The Eastern and Western Cape teams certainly dominated the results on the first day and once again highlighted the depth of talent that this region is well known for. In keeping with tradition, the official opening ceremony took place on the afternoon of the first day, with the host union, sponsor, and a World Cup winning legend there to motivate the young players.
Covering Mossel Bay, covering nice now, up to Heidelberg on the east. It's a vast province up to Beaufort West.
As excited as I am to see iQhawe Week happening again, I'm also jealous you guys get to have your rugby journey all ahead of you. Mine, as mentioned, is in the past, and I still have fantastic memories, fantastic friends, and fantastic experiences. This week is exactly that. It's to give you an opportunity to really relish in what rugby brings. And I think the things that rugby taught me, teamwork, discipline, the joys of camaraderie, and respect. Those are the things that really stood out and the things that have helped me after rugby as well. So just run as fast as you can. Give your best effort and the rest will come. A big thank you to the people who've made this possible. To Hollywood Foundation, Charles and your team, thank you very much. Without them, we wouldn't be sitting here today. To all the organizers, the people that are running around here, making all the little detail work for this week to be a reality, just a massive word of thanks. To the city of Joburg, to everyone. Boys, have a wonderful week. Make use of every opportunity with a smile on your face, and remember, enjoy every second.
With day one proving to be invaluable to work on game plans and getting into a rhythm, the matchups on the second day saw the teams increase their intensity, and many of the results were a lot closer. The Blue Bulls played in a close encounter against the Pumas, sneaking home a win by just 2 points. Then it was Griquas and Western Province who produced an excellent match-winning performance on the day with 2 tightly contested outings, Griquas facing up against Southwestern Districts, with both teams providing some classic hard-running rugby, and everyone giving their all. There was an extra incentive to shine on the field, with a Player of the Match award being awarded after every game. SA Rugby's talent scouts were also on the sidelines, not only supporting the event, but looking to identify talent for future growth of the game.
And to see the guys grow, you know, from the last tournament to now, and obviously not having games for 2-3 years, and the quality that's on display here is just unbelievable. So this is also a source for new talent coming through. A lot of these kids end up playing, probably 30 of them will play in 2 years' time Craven Week, as they get selected into elite squad teams or training camps at the provinces, graduate from there into Grand Como teams under 16. Eventually, you know, it's a lot of bursaries also flying around because of the talent you can see on display here. It's just absolutely fantastic. And yeah, most of them, it's about 30 of them on average that end up in Craven Week teams for various provinces. And it's also nice that we had an SA Schools player this year, Michael Massetti, that comes from this program. He also played winter games, for instance, and he ended up in Queens and selected for SA Schools.
The idea with the iQhawe Week, as it's been since its inception, is to create an opportunity for boys from non-rural and non-traditional rugby schools to play provincial level. And we have been successful in the 12 years that we've been doing it, that almost 200 boys that came through the iQhawe Week had the opportunity to play in the Grand Como Under 16 National Week, Youth Week, presented by SA Rugby. If it's not for a tournament like this, of the stature of the iQhawe Week, those boys would never have the opportunity. And this is why the iQhawe Week is so important. It fills a gap that the other youth weeks within the structures of SA Rugby cannot do. And we play a pivotal role in making sure that more and more boys are coming through the system and to broaden and deepen the pool.
Scouts from around the country, not able to attend in person, were able to watch each game along with the players' families and friends, thanks to SuperSport and the SuperSport Schools app. The Hollywood Foundation iQhawe organisers created a special one-day tournament for women's teams. With this being the year of the Women's Rugby World Cup in New Zealand, interest in the game has grown amongst girls. The girls showed great promise, and the more they play with this sort of support, the game can only get better for our young female players. The final day of play. The Bulls and Free State finished with a draw, while the boys from Velkom, the Griffins, made better use of opportunities against the Falcons. Border and Griquas finished their week with wins against Southwestern District and EP, showing some good running rugby and clean breaks. The East London Border team also showcased its ability with the ball in hand and strong defence, much to the delight of their coach. But it was the last match of the day, the unofficial final of the event. A Western Cape derby, Boland facing Western Province. The Boland team faced a lot of challenges in the build-up to the tournament, and at one stage their presence was in doubt. But the team was given fantastic support to get to Johannesburg and used this as an incentive to prove themselves worthy of being at the event. Their natural ability and skill came to the fore, and despite only having 14 players on the field for most of the game and facing a very determined Western Province team, they outclassed their rivals for a well-earned 37-22 win. A thrilling, fairy tale finish for the team. Boland's Jadwal Koopman earned the Player of the Match award for his massive contribution in the final game, and also walked away with the Backline Player of the Tournament award, and a definite talent to look out for in the future. The Forwards Player of the Tournament was from the Border, Kazmila Manzi, joining Jadwal as the proud new owner of a Samsung cell phone and 200 gigs of data, courtesy of Cell C. It was great to also have Sala's very first CEO and rugby legend in his own right, John Allen, in attendance. It was during his time with Sala that the iQhawe Week first started. All in all, another wonderful 4 days of rugby with some great talent emerging from every corner of the country. Next year, an iQhawe 15 side selected from players at the Hollywood Foundation iQhawe Week will take part in the SA Rugby Grand Como Week, and we look forward to seeing these young champions in action once again. Thank you to the team from the Hollywood Foundation and to all the sponsors and partners. Thank you for watching.